Everyone's looking for fall recipes, and I have a good one for us today. It is an apple butter cake, but I'm going to make it into loaves instead. Sorry about my donkeys in the background. So this is one of those recipes where you do the dry ingredients separately. So I have 3 cups of all-purpose flour, 1.5 teaspoons of baking soda, 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt, 3/4 of a teaspoon of nutmeg, 3/4 of a teaspoon of cinnamon, and 3/4 of a teaspoon of ground cloves. And then I have pre-mixed this for the sake of time. I've got 3/4 of a cup of butter or margarine in here that is softened, and 1 1/4 cups of sugar, and I have beat it until it is fluffy. And then it calls for a 1/2 of a cup of buttermilk, but as you know, I just substitute where I can. So I have a 1/2 of a cup of milk plus a 1/2 of a teaspoon of lemon juice, which makes buttermilk. And then I have 1.5 cups of Musselman's apple butter. So we're going to combine the buttermilk and we're going to combine the apple butter. And then we're going to add our 3 eggs to the mixture of the butter and sugar and mix that well. And then we're just going to alternate adding the flour mixture, adding the butter mixture into the apple butter and the milk mixture. And like I said, this is actually supposed to be a cake recipe, so you could make it into a cake, but I'm just going to make it into a loaf pan. And then it calls for vanilla frosting, but we're not going to put any frosting on it. I think we might put powdered sugar if we feel like we need something more, but I think it'll be plenty sweet enough. Makes 2 really nice size loaf pans of bread. I wish you could smell these because they smell so scrumptious. I think this recipe is a keeper. And I baked this for about 35 minutes at 350 degrees.